Hello and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Mania, and today we have the only figure from Thor Love and Thunder I have purchased. We got King Valkyrie from Thor Love and Thunder. So to start off, this box doesn't even have the figure on the front. Usually at least they put the figure on the front. You could tell for certain that is actually just a picture of the actress because the figure has really weird shoulders and this doesn't. But the box is alright. It's got that Thor Love and Thunder like color scheme, lightning everywhere. Not really much to it. I do like this side part. It kind of looks like Final Fantasy-like. I'm not sure what it is, but it does. It is a slide open box, which is my favorite. I wish everything was like this. Weird design on the back. But all in all, like this is what, like I see Final Fantasy right here. All in all, it's not a bad box. Why don't we get it open now and take a look at the figure inside. So for starters, the figure does look good. It's got some nice fun colors that do pop. I like the way the blue is. Not enough blue per se, but I do like the way the blue pops. But it does have that same problem that the Scarlet Witch from WandaVision had, which caused me to end up canceling that figure. It's those weird shoulders, that weird disconnected shoulder thing that for some reason Hot Toys has done twice now. Theoretically, you could switch it with a new body, but I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. Hot Toys should have just made it seamless arms to begin with. And again, we can talk a little bit more about that when we get to it. But it does look nice. It's kind of a simple release. I was shocked that it did release after the Ragnarok one didn't, and they never did one for Endgame. I know Thunder Toys did. I didn't end up getting that one, although I wish I kind of did. But yeah, it's all right. But anyway, why don't we get her off the spinning turntable of doom here and talk a little bit more about her and everything going on with this. So Valkyrie here does come with a few fun accessories. For starters, she does come with her sword and a sheath to go over it, so you can have that like that. I'll show you where that's supposed to go when we get to that point. It's kind of a pain, but it's okay. She comes with this fun Zeus's lightning bolt, which I love. A fun accessory, which does have lightning effects that go on it. However, they are supposed to go, so it does look a bit more lightning-y. This is probably my favorite accessory of the thing, despite it being such a simple little accessory. She does have her two little daggers, which do go in her like her boot holding spots. Kind of reminds me of Loki's daggers, but obviously they are not Loki's, they are hers. Her little portable speaker that looks like a grenade. Not sure how viable of uses this would be for most people, but it's there if you want it. And last but not least, we have back of head Korg head with the whistling face, so you can recreate the scene when Korg whistles. So, Valkyrie here has the same problem almost I have with every other Hot Toys ever. The expression. Every Hot Toys expression is just like neutral, or like they don't know where they are. They just kind of look confused, and this is no different. I'm kind of tired of it at this point. I want somebody to smile or, you know, look like how they should look in the movie. Valkyrie is arrogant. Valkyrie is happy at all times. Like, she should be smiling, and she's not here. And it just doesn't feel right for the character. Like, somebody, like these characters should be smiling, and they're not. I shouldn't be having to only get smiles on characters with interchangeable mouth plates. But I mean, the sculpt looks really nice. It is really well done. They did a really good job on these on the dreads here. I'm super happy with the way those turned out. The hair sculpting does look nice. I love the way the blue meshes in with this black here. It adds an extra bit of color, which again, the blue helps this pop out a lot. It is super nice. And if you look at this little bit up here, you'll be able to see that if you slide, oopsies, Korg head, you can pop that on the back of the head so it can be sitting up there. There's a magnet right there, and it'll just magnetize to that bag of hair piece. It is kind of annoying to get on, and it looks a bit weird, so it's not something I see myself doing. But if you feel like having a Korg head back there, by all means do that. Or you could get the, I believe it was Toys Battalion Korg. But the head sculpt is nice. I just wish it was better with a bit more life to it. Other than that, let's talk about my favorite part. And by that, I mean my least favorite part. This shoulder problem. I mean, you can see inside, you can see this part is less squishy than this part because this is like actual seamless arm material. I don't know why they've decided to do this, because it's even from the front it looks odd because the shoulders are lower. Even if I guess if you raise the shoulders it looks a little bit better, but there's still going to be that line there. So no matter what, it's always going to look weird because there's nothing to cover it. At least with that Scarlet Witch, you could have the cape on to cover it, but with this one, it is just straight, visible shoulder, arm, whatever. And it's not great. It's kind of ugly. And by kind of, I mean really ugly. And I really don't want to have to try to take all of this off to swap a body because I'm lazy. And it's like, I don't even know where to begin trying to take this off. But other than that, the outfit looks really nice. I love this, like, I guess the words I'm looking for is Gears of War, kind of like cog armor feeling. Like this looks like a gear armor. I love the way the silver works off of the black here. It's not all just boring mute colors. These silver and white here with these silver little circles and the white straps above. It makes a very nice outfit. Again, I wish there were some splashes of blue in here as well, because the cape being blue is nice, but I wish there was just more blue overall, because she did have a lot of blue in Ragnarok, and I like that. I think it's nice having a character with like a lighter blue, because we don't really see that as much. Darker blues, but not many like light blues in Marvel, at least. Not that I can think of. It's a lot of reds and blacks, but I like the way this all comes together. It's kind of got that Thor feeling with the little circly bibbles every here and there, but it is nicely accented by white, so I'm pretty happy about that. I like this little skirt piece here as well. I love these little triangular diamond details. Those look super good. And the fact that it is accented by this white and black design really, really helps a lot. So now that we're down to this belt area, you can see that we have these like weird strap bits. So this one right here has a magnet on the back. So the sheath is supposed to stick to that magnet on the back of that. It's really weird because it doesn't really want to stick to it because it's kind of a small magnet and it doesn't stick all that well. But if you can like really get it in there, then it works fine enough. You can kind of just jam it in there normally. But you can see the magnet is right there. And I just can't quite figure out how to get this to stick to that. Because it says the magnet should be right in this bit right here. And it's not really sticking. Like kind of, but not really. So I've just been kind of finagling it around these pieces that kind of look like reindeer reins that Santa would have. So I'm just making do. Flipping it around real quick. The cape is wired. It's not like Moon Knight wired. I guess it is like pretty decently wired. Actually, it does have some really good wire retention here. You can get some pretty decent stuff, and it also drape nice enough. So it is closer to Moon Knight than it would be, I don't know, the ugly black suit Superman cape. Heck, it's somewhere in the middle. They never quite figured out this cape thing, but at least this one I can kind of work with a bit more. So I'm not too unhappy about it. The rest of the outfit is pretty much just all black. Got these black pants here. There is some silver accent on the boots where the knives do hold. Just slide them in like that. So it's fun overall. And then she's got the Marvel trademark boot high heel pieces. But because she's got this nice split cut design, it is going to be a lot easier for her to stand than, say, somebody like Black Widow or Nebula. So all in all, Valkyrie is pretty nice with some hit and misses problems every now and then, but it is something I'm glad I picked up. And like I said, it probably will be the only one from this movie I will be picking up. Let's move on to not articulation. Let's move on and do some comparisons with whatever I can figure out to compare ties to her, shall we? So here we have Valkyrie with the only Thor figure I currently have, which is Big Thor from Endgame. He's a lot bigger than she is, which, you know, is normal, but he's like a lot bigger than she is. And the color difference on these two is night and day. I do wish this Thor had a lot more color to him, because Thor has a lot of pretty color. I get why he doesn't, but Thor has a lot of pretty color on him normally. It's just a shame. I've never really noticed how mute of a color he is until just now. But having him next to Valkyrie, you can really see just the night and day difference between a little bit of color and no color at all. They do look nice next to each other, but they probably won't be seeing much of each other on the shelves anytime soon. Anyway, I do have one more comparison that I'd love to pull out real quick, so let me go grab that. So, I just wanted to bring out all of the the most recent, couple phases of Marvel women that I have here, that I have all done reviews on, starting with, I believe, Kate Bishop was the first one I've done, all the way down to this one now. This little grouping is actually quite nice. They do look pretty cool together. Overall, I'm actually shocked. Scarlet Witch does obviously look a bit older than the rest of them, because she is. At this point, a lot of these actresses are a bit younger than Elizabeth Olsen is at this point, but she's not like super old, I'm not going to call this, a Young Avengers group, because it's not, but it is a fun group, and it is nice that Hot Toys is finally focusing a bit more on this side of the game, because they have been very hyper-focused on men. I mean, most 6-scale companies are. There's some, but I feel like they majority choose the men characters, because they don't really feel like putting the effort into making female characters a lot. I've noticed that with companies like So Toys and stuff like that. But it is nice to see a grouping like this able to be made in a 6-scale collection. And we'll see where it goes in the future. Anyway, why don't we take some time to do articulation now. Technically speaking, never mind. So, because of the hair, you can't really get a life-ending 360 degrees. You get about that and that. You get it up that far and it down that far. Arm goes up, but be careful because of the seamless arm part. You get a full 360 because of the way it is. You can go about to here. Also, I never really pointed it out, but she does have a cool tattoo right there. You go about to here, but I wouldn't keep it in that position for long, because the little body on the inside will start breaking that arm. This arm was only posed for a little bit, and it's already got some creases in the skin. So, where was I? Crunch. Back crunch. A bit of a leg spread, but not too much. Leg goes up that far. Leg goes back further than most. Good knee bend and split joint ankle articulation. So you can do quite a lot with this figure, which is good, because you get some pretty solid action poses out of her. Anyway, why don't we take some action poses to the end of the video. So Valkyrie here isn't the best figure in the world, but she's nearly not the worst. She's pretty good for what she does. She's just got small dumb decisions like those arm things, and the really uninterested neutral expression face, which just does not do it for me. But other than that, she comes together really nicely. The outfit's really nice. I love the way the color pops, which, I mean, that's great on the costume designers. They did some really good costumes in the movie. It's just a shame how some of them were just mistreated. I thought Jane Foster's Thor looked really good. I liked Thor's outfit before he had the blue and gold one. I think the previous one that he wore for 10 seconds was far superior. It's just a shame that we didn't get to see that all movie. But this one definitely was a nice standout. Just a shame half the time you see it, it's in black and white. I'm very happy that I picked this up. And it does make me kind of want to get the Jane Foster Thor, but not enough where I'm going to search for it on my own. If it happens to fall into my hand someday, sure, but not right now. Anyway, if you picked up this figure, or picked up any figure from Thor Love and Thunder, feel free to tell me which ones you got. Did you get that third-party Korg? Did you get the Thor and Jane? Let me know. And how did you feel about Thor Love and Thunder? I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It had its moments, but it didn't really do it for me overall. Also forgot that they made a Gore the God Butcher figure. They did a few figures from this movie, and I completely forgot about all of them except for this one, because it's the only one I picked up. That doesn't mean that you can't pick those up yourself. If you loved them, if you love a figure, man, don't let anybody tell you not to love it. That's the best part about collecting, is it's what you love, not what other people think you should love. That's how I live it. And if you live like that, as always, feel free to like and subscribe, because this the channel's been doing really nice recently, and I've officially been doing this for over a year now, at least the 6 skill reviews, which is awesome. I cannot believe I've been doing it for this long already. It feels like I just started, which I guess if you want to talk about it like that, I have. But I'm super happy to be doing this still, and I'm so glad you guys have all joined me so far on this fun little adventure that we have, I guess, started together. And with all of that out of the way, as always, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6 scale figure review, and hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.